Hello everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having an amazing day. We're taking a look here at Bitcoin, seeing what's going on here. We are actually in a really good spot, 26,700 plus, exactly what we're looking for that potential breakout to the upside. But we do have still a couple of things we need to worry about, and we're going to talk about that here as well, such as a simple moving average and some key level resistances on the RSI. So if you're new to the channel, just know I love teaching people to trade. I hope you can learn something here today. If you want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is the website. Link down below, and you can become part of something better, a really awesome community. And quickly to note here as well, we just took some nice profit here, good little 13% trimmed some profit off of our trade here that we took yesterday. A nice little 10x leverage there. 26,350 was our entry, and we just hit our 26.7 target there. So 27.3 and 20 are the next two targets that we're looking for, and those are key Fibonacci retracement levels. I'll talk more about that here in a minute. So if you are new to the channel, again, thank you for joining me here. Really greatly appreciate a like, subscribe, follow, all that wonderful stuff. Okay, so what we want to look at first is just going to jump into the daily, and we'll pivot over to high block capital, because I want to touch on the fact that we have this 20-day moving average that I mentioned is working concurrent with this descending trend. We want to pay attention to that, okay? So if we can close above that level, which seems fairly inevitable if we go even just say sideways for the next couple of days, then we're going to be in pretty good shape. Keep this in mind. We want to close above that soundly. We don't want to try just a little candle wake up and then get rejected. Okay. So to break this descending trend, we have to establish higher lows, which we're doing so far. We also have to break that descending type of simple moving average, which we're seeing there. Okay. So that's good news there. We also have our fourth MACD FU potentially. Again, this is kind of a joke that I have with my community. Every time the MACD tries to converge, we get a little FU from Bitcoin, and the price goes right back the other way it came. So this will tell us that we're breaking this descending trend if we're to actually converge for a change on the MACD. Okay, so that's a pretty big deal to get there. We're almost there, but we're not quite. Try not to celebrate prematurely. Okay. We're also under 50 on the RSI, but we see more money flowing into the market. This is very positive, absolutely a good sign. Keep in mind, money flow index going up into the weekend doesn't tell us a heck of a lot, but it does give us the indication that we're potentially on the right side of the tracks or getting there. We are still under 50 on the RSI. Keep that in mind until we're back up above. We're still tentatively bearish, so just keep that at the forefront of your memories there. But generally speaking, that's roughly where we're at for the moment. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump on over to some high block capital data. We'll go back to the 4-hour time frame. What we want to look at here is a few things. First of all, liquidation levels. We have more shorts than longs getting liquidated. All right, celebration. That's absolutely nice to see for a change. Of course, if you're hedging your shorts with a long, then you're probably in the same position here where you're in the profit. But generally speaking, this is a positive sign. It kind of shows us that we have this little push towards that resistance level at 27,000. And mind you, we are still in the doghouse. We're not totally bullish back on track, right? But it's a very good starting point. We can also see more whale activity today than a couple of days ago, right? So generally speaking, it's continuing to increase as we get lower in price. That tells us that whales are controlling the price action right now, and that's just kind of the way that it goes. We can see right now, however, that less longs are open. So in other words, more longs were closed than open here in the last 24 hours, which seems crazy because the price is going up, right? Well, it does imply that with us being closer to that resistance level at 27,000, there's more people concerned with the fact that price will turn around and reject off that level, which it kind of already did. So if we take a look here, we can see a lot more shorts are being opened now than yesterday. So that tells us that we could potentially go down further because most folks are expecting the price to descend with that trend. Okay. So again, generally speaking, the overall consensus here is that the price will probably come down, and this little pump here will be short-lived. You could compare this to a dead cat bounce. I'll show you some examples of what that looks like, but it's pretty much just, when the price comes down, tries to come up, one last little rally, and gets shut down. We could be seeing that right now. Okay, so basically our longs here are in the profit, so our early to mid longs are profitable. We take a look at the shorts here. I'm curious where they're at. Shorts are underwater right now. Okay, some of them got closed out as well. So generally speaking, we're in a situation right now where there's more shorts being opened recently in general, but a lot of shorts previously are still holding on. Okay, so it really just implies that a lot of folks are expecting the price to not be able to sustain this level, and that the anticipation is the price is going to turn around. That's just the general consensus on the back end. Is that exactly true? No, it's just aggregated across all exchanges, and it tells us that for the most part, the consensus is this direction at this time. Okay, so I think a lot of folks are shorting right there at this level at 27K. That's basically what it tells us. All right. So let's take a look here. We got a MACD convergence here on the 4-hour. That's positive, absolutely beneficial. Keep in mind, doesn't mean it's going to continue, but there's a decent chance we will still see this, keep going for the most part, with getting that nice little momentous trend upwards. Okay, so we have more potential to run upwards than we do down at this point. We look at TD sequential, we can see, even though we came down to a 9 here recently, tentatively hit our bottom on the 4-hour, we're 6 hours into this continuation. 6 4-hour candlesticks into this continuation. So basically a full trading day's worth of data here to the upside. Well, we probably have another 12 hours left before that happens, or before anything turns around, if you will. So right now, between now and the time that the Asian markets open, we should expect the price to continue higher based on this momentous trend. Keep in mind, had a lot of consolidation right here, so this literally could be a 1, and we could have a full day and a half, 2 days of trading to the upside here. Keep in mind, things get a little funky going into the weekends with low volume and higher volatility, so there is definitely that as well. But the celebratory situation here, and again, this candlestick hasn't closed. We've got 35 minutes left on the candle. We can see that we're up over 50 on the RSI, and once again, the money is flowing in. So more positive than negative here. We can also extract that looking at the moving averages. We're rejecting off the 50, which we can see here. Let's just double check. Yeah, it was running kind of parallel with the price action. Now that we had a breakout, it's a potential resistance. So keep in mind that will work as a potential resistance here. So it's important for us to close where we're at right now or higher in order for us to have any potential leg up for the weekend. Okay. So again, I'm needing a closure at 26.8 today on the daily to kind of give us confirmation we should have a good chance this weekend. And let's see here at the hourly too as well. I think we're getting a little on the overextended side, but maybe not. We've had a lot of resets here, which is kind of nice. So if we look at the price action, kind of jumping around all over, 5s, 6s, and 7s, and then we just broke out with another 3 here. So really what that tells us is that we have another maybe 6 to 7 hours of continuation of the upside according to the 1 hour. And that tells us a lot because if we look at the Ichimoku cloud, we're back up above it definitively. We've got the conversion line above the baseline, lagging spans free and clear. So in essence here, even though we have some signs in the back end, like the level 2 data telling us that a lot of folks are trying to short at this level, we have good confirmation on the hourly, letting us know that a long position is much more viable than a short. Again, this is just a conservative indicator. It's an indicator I truly do love. It's one of my favorites because it's got 3 different parts of it, and it tells you in 3 different ways if you're on the right side of the tracks or not. Being above the cloud for at least the last hour and a half is fantastic. We're definitively above that. Probably the price just dropping is lower, right? Because we have a lot of support based on volume. We can also see here that with us, just starting this trend, there's much more room for it to continue. Because again, anytime you have a momentous type of trend, we have a convergence on the MACD, for example, you try to trade against that. It's like kind of going against the grain or trying to swim upstream. It's not really the easiest thing to do. It can be done, but you're putting yourself at a disadvantage, right? So why disadvantage yourself in a trade like this when all the signs, majority of the signs are shooting or pointing upwards, okay? So to me, it seems pretty definitive here that we're going to continue upwards. If we take a look here at the 15-minute as well, we saw some CC golden indicators here kind of telling us that, hey, we got confirmation above the cloud, above our moving averages, and it seems like a good idea to consider taking entry. And we did yesterday, of course, and it ended up working out very well for us. Once again, only about 13-14% in 20 hours, but again, I'm not going to complain about that, right? We consistently have these profitable gains, and it's a nice thing to be able to have. So again, congrats to my community members. But here's the takeaway here. We don't have confirmation to sell our position just yet. Okay, so our CC Gold indicator is based on confirmation. We have no confirmation that we want to close this position at this time, so we want to let it ride. Okay, so to those of you who are actually in the position right now and have this open trade here, and you got in around the low 26 range, keep holding on. There's a great chance we're going to hit a majority of our other targets, at the very least our second target. Okay? So good stuff here. Really excited about that. Thanks again for the positive feedback that I received from a lot of members, and just generally speaking, you do want to become a better trader. CryptoCash.tech as a site. Also be mindful that we're affiliated with BINGX, and the main reason why is because it's a Bybit replacement. Okay, so it does benefit those in Canada, Europe, Oceania, US, and the UK. There's no VPN or KYC required, and then of course you get a free $100 trading bonus with no volume or deposit required either. Okay, so awesome little thing there. Only 100 new users can benefit. We're getting close to the max, so make sure you jump on over there soon, see if you can qualify. And obviously, thank you so much for watching. I do look forward to working with you in the future. We have a great rest of your day and a happy Friday. We'll see you this weekend, and be safe out there, okay, folks? Again, always use good risk tolerance, and don't take a trade that makes you feel uncomfortable. you have to develop a good risk tolerance. Those are all things that I teach. Okay, so again, pay attention. I hope you can learn something. Thanks again for joining me. We'll see you in the next one.